My name is Wade Morris, and I work at American Adoptions. I've actually been employed here for about 16 years, and my title is Director of Community Resources. Now, that email said that I provide a lot of education to families that are, looking into adoption, looking at our agency, or just general questions altogether. I want to talk about today some of the most commonly asked questions in regards to home studies to better educate you and provide this information to you. The definition of an adoption home study is really a basic evaluation of your home life. The social worker that you contract with will come out and meet with you, and they'll talk about your home life. They'll interview your spouse, any current children, or anybody that lives with you in regards to your home study. Why a home study is so important is it basically approves you to adopt a baby. The court system, the judges, any governmental entities, this home study basically proves to all these governmental entities that you have done what is necessary in your state to adopt a child. You first want to find a good agency to do your home study. Once that's accomplished, they're going to have a home study packet that they send out to you. They'll probably have a home study application that you'll want to fill out and submit that first and foremost. That usually gets the ball started on your home study, and it gets a social worker assigned to start making appointments to come out and meet with you in the home. Typically, you will need supporting documents to go along with your home study to get approved. For example, you'll need copies of your physician statements from your current doctor that basically recommends you to be an adoptive parent based on your current health. You will also need financial information and latest tax returns so we can verify your income. You'll need copies of your health insurance so we know when that baby is going to be covered on your health insurance. You'll also have to have copies of your birth certificates, copies of your marriage license. If you've been through a divorce, we would want to see a copy of your divorce decree. If you've been discharged from the military, we would want to see a military discharge. In addition to that, we would want to see employer verifications because we want to verify that you are in good standing with your current employer. And so all these documents are verified within your home study, so when a judge, the court system, any governmental entity looks at your adoption, they know either a licensed agency or a licensed social worker completed your home study. Okay, the purpose of the home study interview is to make sure that you are a suitable environment to raise that child. We want to come out and make sure that, you live in a good, stable scenario for that child, because that is what adoption is all about, is what is in the best interest of the child. And without that home study, the courts, the judges, they don't know if you live in a good environment to raise that child. Typically, when the social worker is interviewing you, there are going to be specific questions that they will ask you in regards to maybe your motivation to adopt. If you're adopting outside of your race, have you gotten education on raising a child of a different culture? Some other things that they'll talk about with you is they may interview you separately, and then they may interview together based on your relationship. They may interview some of your references that you have recommended, just to make sure that you are good people. And that's what a home study is just to make sure that you're a good couple. When we talk about the home visit, when the actual social worker comes out and meets with you, she'll come out 1, 2, maybe 3 times based on your state and what their requirements are. When they come out and meet with you, it's only for an hour or two, and this is not a stressful process. They are going to help you get approved. And so some things that they look at when they do the home visit is they just want to make sure that you live in a clean, safe, sanitary environment. Do you have working smoke alarms? Do you have screens on all your windows? Do you have your firearms in a locked box? Those are things that they are looking at to make sure it is in the best interest of the child. Now, they're not coming out with a white glove. They're not checking the corners of your house to make sure that, there's not one single piece of dust in your house. They're not doing these types of things. They're just making sure that you're a good couple and it is in the best interest of the child. Adoption home studies can vary from state to state on time frames. For example, in Kansas and Missouri, it usually takes us about 4 to 6 weeks to complete a home study. Other states, it may take 4 to 8 weeks. It really depends on the agency, their staffing, how available they are. You know, those are all things that you want to look at when you're looking for a home study professional. But usually, I would say 4 to 6 weeks is usually how long it takes to complete. But a lot of it has to do with you, making sure that you provide us or the agency you're working with on your home study information so they can continue that ball rolling in the right direction. To locate a home study provider in your state, there are a few options for you out there. One option is through a referral of a friend or a family member that have adopted and have gone through this process before. So maybe talk around to your support group to see if you have some referrals that way. Secondly, you can go into your local Yellow Pages under adoption agencies and maybe call some of the agencies located in that directory. I think an important question to ask first and foremost when you get a hold of an agency like this is ask them if they're licensed in your state to do home studies. The third avenue, it would be a really good referral source that we use a lot here, and it's www.1800homestudy.com. This is a really good referral source in all 50 states based on where you live. On this website, you also can read about a sample home study, you can read all the elements of a home study, and it has a lot of questions and answers that will really help kind of define and help answer all your questions in regards to home studies. You also can call 1-800-HOME-STUDY anytime if you have questions in regards to home studies. Thank you.